Day 924. It's 8:12 p.m. Saturday night. And I just went and got a sample printed of the workbook. Woo! So this is just the one for church, where we're just going to help them find their gifts, and then I'll walk them through an exercise to help them get clear on their gifts. They'll pick their top 4 gifts, and then they'll select the ministries that they're meant to be that they want to be a part of based on their gifts, and then we'll have a QR code where we can capture their info. And so this is just going to be a single little pamphlet. So I'll have something on the front, something on the back, but in one class we will walk them through this. And so I wanted to print it out. It has filler text in it, so I'll add some stuff. But I'm going to take this to the church manager tomorrow and show it to him and get his feedback, see what he wants to add or remove. And so, yeah, it's coming to life. The guy who printed it, when he printed it, he was like, "What is this? This looks cool." And then I was explaining it to him. And we started talking about, I told him that it's for purpose coaching. And then he asked me if I ever read the book, The Alchemist. And I've read the book, The Alchemist. That was the whole thing that kind of led me to following my heart and giving away my stuff and moving to Nepal and living in Southeast Asia for 3 years, just following my heart. And so, yeah, I told him I definitely read that book. And he said that he had it. He was in school to be a pastor. And he had that book, and someone stole the book from him and said it wasn't true and all that stuff. And he was an interesting guy, a good guy, but an interesting guy. And so we start talking. I was like, "That's crazy that you were going to be a pastor, because I do purpose coaching for believers, and this is actually for my church." And he asked about the church, and I wrote down the address and the website and everything and told him to come check it out. He works on Sundays, but I told him we have prayer nights on Wednesday nights and then discipleship nights on Thursdays. So, and I was like, "Hey, it's no accident we met." So that was just crazy. It was so random. Also, when I cleaned out my trunk a few weeks ago, I found I had this long stapler that I got to staple some workbooks back in the day. And it never worked. It wasn't strong enough, and it's still brand new. And I was like, you know what? I should just bring this in and see if they'll let me return it. And I brought it in, and I was like, yeah, I don't have receipt. And I was like, but I'm fine with store credit. I didn't even know if they'd let me return it. It's still brand new. And I got a $36 store credit, which is great. So, yeah, that's cool. I'm going to use that to probably print some workbooks. But yeah, that was just an interesting encounter. I'm like, "What are you up to, God? This is what?" The printing guy at Staples was in school to be a pastor. He's asking me about this and The Alchemist. I don't know. I would love to ask God one day in heaven, what was that interaction all about? Maybe it's just so I can invite him to church. Who knows? But yeah, this is it. So cool. So cool. It's awesome to see it come alive. And it was only $1. Yeah.